right up in the front.
Yep.
Okay, there's that little tab.
Yeah, this one's actually pulled back already, so that'll pop right out. But yeah,
That's what we were trying to pull that
when
out.
it's up and in all the way like that, then it's locked in.
It's locked in when you push it back.
Yep.
When you pull it
it's
forward.
got all the way in. Yep. So then pull that tab forward,
and then you can detach it.
Yeah, and then because it's so tight here, you'll have to pull a little harder.
Okay.
But,
how
so
do
you don't
get it
have
out?
any. Yeah, that one just.
That's what I was. That's what I was
Yeah.
having trouble with. I couldn't even get it out.
Because this will lift up and this will kind of twist, but like I say, they don't give you a lot of room to work on here. Oops. So this one should twist out of there. It's just
Yeah, that's what I was trying to do because that's what I was watching on the internet.
yeah, that bugger's tight.
Do you think we should change that?
Well, I mean, it is what it's supposed to, it should be, so that's off now completely, so it won't ever hit. I mean, that won't ever come on again unless you're ready for a Diet Coke.
Right. Yeah. Well, when we put it back on, do I need to call you or just slip that back in?
Just pop that back in and
all right.
and then
So
rinse
you
them
just
out.
twisted it, is what you did.
Just otherwise, if it's loose, like this one too, they did the same thing because those aren't being used.
Right.
They just pull them out of the way.
Okay.
And what'll happen if you just kind of pull it out and leave it straight down, sometimes that'll still hit.
Ah.
So that's all that's doing. It's
So
just
that's all
avoiding.
CO2 right there.
Yes, that's all CO2.
Ah. So that's what was happening.
Yep. So if that was,
some reason, so it wasn't detached and it was trying to call for soda.
it was trying to pull. Yeah, so it was trying to pull. But we'll turn this off and just watch these gauges and make sure you don't have a leak anywhere else.
I see.
And if those gauges drop down when this is shut off, then it's going somewhere. So.
Yeah. Now is that correct? That gauge, where it's in the red, then it's like.
Yeah, you got a full tank on this one now. So when you get down into the red, when you get way down low, that's when you kind of watch this. But when this drops below 100, then you know you're getting really low on the tank itself, because you need to have at least 100 pounds of pressure to run that carbonator to get carbonated water.
Okay.
So once this thing's down to the point where it's below 100 and it starts dropping down, then you know it's time for a tank. Once it hits the red, you're okay for quite a while yet. You can still use it.
I didn't know that.
Oh, sure. Once it's in the red, it's just
So
telling
really,
you.
what we're watching is this dial right here.
Yeah. So once that one, this is going to tell you how much is in the tank.
Okay.
And so once you get in the red, it's just saying, okay, now you're below a half or whatever it happens to be.
Okay.
So just kind of keep an eye. It'll go almost down to zero before you're completely empty. But the one you want to watch is that 100 pounder. So once that drops below 100, then you know. This
So
tank is
99,
really low.
it has to be.
Well, even if it's down to like 85,
Oh, okay.
then you know it's.
So
this is
anywhere
real
between
low.
85 and 90.
Yeah, then it's time to put a new tank
Okay.
on. But
Gotcha.
prior to that, you're probably still got stuff in there, so use it up and make it
Okay.
work for you.
So this little tab right there is what has to be forward to get it off.
Forward, and then it'll pop right up inside there. When you'll see when because it's nested way up inside like that,
Okay.
and then it just let's say for this one, if we want to pull this one out. Oops, it's kind of tight.
Maybe need a screwdriver.
Yeah, I got one too right here. So that just slides forward, and that'll probably get some pressure on it, so it'll go.
Okay.
Pops
Ah.
out, so that.
Oh, and that's a lot easier.
And this one will actually make it. If you do want it, then you can just turn this one.
Right.
Go ahead.
So
and
maybe
put
it take
back
them
in.
both off if I want to take the Diet Coke
Yeah,
off.
that'll make your life a little easier. But when you push them in, go all the way up, you'll hear that kind of pressure rise.
Uh-huh. Gotcha.
Did you see just that little bit that we tapped?
Right.
See how far down the gauge went on your tank already?
I didn't see
because
it.
we had this shut off
Oh,
because it was full. That's how much it'll. Just because it's.
so that's how much gas we just lost?
Well, because this is off.
Yeah.
So just by hitting that, you can see how far down that drops.
Oh, I see. Okay, right.
So when you turn it on, you're back to.
100.
Yep.
Okay. All right, so we should leave the gas off on the CO2 when we're not doing shows.
You got a leak right here, I think.
Oh my gosh, we do have a leak.
Yep.
Is that because it's just not tight?
It might be. Let's see. Oh yeah, probably. I just didn't slide it up enough. So I could hear that. Yeah. So anytime you got no bubbles, that's good.
Okay, so when that goes on, you really got to put it on tight.
Yeah, tighten, snug it right down. And you do got a washer in there too. But you want to make sure it's good and snug. And even if you want to double check if you got some soapy water or glass cleaner or anything, just spritz a little on that before you go, and you're like, oh, nothing
Okay,
dripping. So
this
we're
is
good.
really good to know. Thank you, Paul.
There.